On today's episode of Orthopedic Management, we will be discussing patient education, specifically with a patient who was recently diagnosed with fibromyalgia. As we are aware, patients with fibromyalgia have a unique pain perception that is oftentimes overlooked or even possibly ignored. When discussing what a physical therapist is, many people would agree that we are regaining a patient's function with movement in order for them to return to a functional lifestyle. What is sometimes forgotten is the importance of patient education, especially with pain perception. Today, we will dive into a case study of a 53-year-old male who was recently diagnosed with fibromyalgia. We will spend time with the patient, provide education about what fibromyalgia is, how it affects our pain sensation, and how we can improve the patient's overall lifestyle. Ross Kelka will be playing the 53-year-old in this situation, and I will refer to the 53-year-old patient as Ross. Thank you. Hey Ross, how you doing today?
Doing okay?
Good. You went to the Vikings game this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was a tough one to see.
Yeah, it was tough. So how's the home exercise program been going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And do you feel like you've been doing correctly and everything like we talked about before?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that actually a little bit later today. I want to try a different approach with you. So you just went to your doctor, and they gave you a diagnosis called fibromyalgia, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Have you heard about fibromyalgia or anything?
Not too much though.
Okay, so
Not
do you?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so today I kind of want to spend a little bit of time to talk about what it is, and how it maybe been affecting the back pain a little bit today. So we're just gonna that way we can relax those muscles in the back, kind of give yourself a day off. So fibromyalgia, it's similar category, as chronic pain.
Okay.
So when you hear chronic pain, everyone just kind of tenses up right away. You know, it's chronic.
Yeah.
People just don't want to hear about that term. But it's something that you can manage in your life. It's something that we can work with together. Your loved ones. The wife's been doing good too. Sorry to backtrack. She's been doing well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is she someone that can help you too, on all your friends and everything? So I just want to take some time and talk about that today. So what it does is fibromyalgia, it works. There's so much research out there right now about what it is. Is it something that is caused by environmental factors? Is it something you're born with? It's just unknown right now. But we're going to talk about what the main things are. So today we're just going to draw some things out here. You had told me that you're a visual learner, if my memory tells me correctly.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a little bit of that here today. So we have this graph. And I'm sure you get sick of seeing graphs as working as an accountant every day.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it one more time here. So with this graph, this is representing pain levels. So this is like the hurt. This is something that is painful, something like touching a hot stove, me punching you in the thigh. That's going to be our hurt side.
Okay.
Over here then, this is going to be just our bit of intensity, time. So I don't want to say normal, but what most people occur is they have this, it's called a threshold, or basically a line where something happens. So if I was to right now just press you right in the hand, your pain would probably go like this. It might come up a little bit, but it's not going to be anything that excuse me, that anything that would hurt you for long term. So it's not going to reach that threshold where your brain is saying, hey, that hurts, we need to figure this out, what's going on here. Now if I told you to go put your hand on a hot stove, your pain's going to come up here and come back down. So you're going to reach this threshold and your brain is going to tell your hand, hey, we should probably take that hand off of that stove. So we're going to take it off and we're going to decrease that pain. Unfortunately, this isn't what's going on right now with us. We're going to start with a similar graph, same parameters, same things going on here. Kind of what your threshold is, it's a little bit lower. So this is this chronic versus acute. So this acute pain is that quick stimulus, something that isn't going to last for a very long time. Whereas we have this chronic pain where it's lowered that bar, lowered that threshold, where maybe now when I do press your hand, this is very dramatic.
Yeah.
Obviously we've tried this before, but I could press your hand and that hurts like crazy. So something like walking that you like to do, gardening, heavy lifting, some of those activities that previously, you didn't feel pain when you squatted down or you took a step forward because you were normally in this range here. Now we're getting into, that's a little painful here. So what we're gonna try and do is with this bar here, we wanna bring it back up. And I have some handouts for you too that if you wanted to look more into this. But our main goal is we want to erase this line and get back to our normal state. So there's a couple different ways that we can do that. I believe you're seeing physical therapist Ross later on today. Perfect. Yeah, I think he's got some great ideas too that could help you with some interventions or some exercises. But right now we just want to focus a little bit more on that education. Making sure we're having our correct diet, we're exercising, we're moving, because the biggest perception is injury equals pain. That's what a lot of people think, but an injury doesn't always equal pain, and pain doesn't always equal an injury. And not saying that is your case at all right now, but you might have pain in that low back without an injury being present right now. So we might test the limits a little bit. You might feel a little bit more pain, but as we do that, we're going to continue to bump up that threshold. Do you have any questions for me, Ross, as we're moving forward into this meeting?
I just don't want to do anything that's going to hurt more.
Yeah, no, I understand it. We're going to take it gradually, so we're not going to go and try and sprint 100 meters today.
Yeah.
Instead, we might try and walk 50 meters at a pace of 3 miles per hour compared to maybe the 2 miles per hour we were doing on the treadmill last week. So we're just going to gradually get up there. Throughout the process, if something is uncomfortable, don't be afraid to mention it. But my main purpose is we're not going to talk about pain too much. We're not going to keep bringing this up. We're going to keep trying to just increase our workload, keep getting stronger, and keep exercising. How does that feel today?
Sounds good.
All right, Ross, I'll have you go slip on a pair of shorts, and I'll be right back in.
Perfect.
Thank you for listening to our video today. If you have any more questions about how you can improve movement with patients with chronic pain or how to eliminate the opioid epidemic, please go to the APTA website for more information. Again, thank you for taking your time and listening to this today. Have a great one.